hello and welcome to the first episode of the Fresh Squeez Podcast. I am your host for today, Jeremy.
And I'm your host, Justin.
Well, we're glad to have you here, and I'm just glad that we're actually starting this podcast finally.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this.
I know, it's been a long time in the making, and I'm excited to be recording our first episode. So
yeah, it's something that we've been really wanting to do for a long time, and so really is a long time coming.
Yeah, I know. We've always talked, hey, we'd be having a conversation about, whatever it may be. You're like, you know what, this could be some podcast material. Somebody out there, somebody might want to listen to this, and then, a while later we were just like, let's actually do this thing. Let's actually make this podcast. Let's make it happen.
Just some 2021 stuff.
Just some early 21 stuff. We're out here making big moves,
I mean, yeah, if you're at home, trying to stay safe, you're kind of bored, just give us a listen.
I know, like we're all out here trying to survive this corona, and we're just inside chilling. So why not throw on the podcast?
Yeah, we're just here to have casual conversations as two bros here.
Yeah, because the real reason, why we wanted to start this podcast was so me and Justin, we really like to talk about anything from pop culture, so movies, music, games, internet memes, anything that's going on relevant and current. We're always talking about stuff, and we can just talk, we're just
this is literally what we do on a daily basis. So
this is basically just gonna be our daily back and forth, except recorded. So yeah,
we wanted to share it. It's a podcast for the people.
It's a podcast for the people. It really is. So like we said, we'll cover a lot of topics, honestly. Like I said, pop culture, movies, gaming, some of the games that I like, some games that Justin's like.
Yep.
Food. We do like food, well versed in food. Our dad is a masterclass meat smoker.
There we go.
So we've experienced lots and the ways of that. Travel, where we have been, where we want to go.
Yep.
Like I said, internet trends, memes. I would say we're a connoisseur, of sorts.
Yeah. Now, when I say internet trends, I want to say stuff that's trending, stuff people are talking about.
People are talking about,
not that cringy stuff.
Not the cringy, yeah. None of that. We don't do that here. All right, we keep it peace. Keep the peace here. We're chill, no drama, absolute zero. Well, yeah. What else?
So yeah, we basically just want to share a little bit of what we love to talk about with our friends and really our future audience out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, and really, as you can tell from the name of it, the basis of our podcast is what we call Fresh Squeez.
Fresh Squeez.
If you want to go ahead and we can explain about that.
Yeah.
So Fresh Squeez, we decided to call it that because that's kind of our personal brand as our duo here.
Yeah.
Technically, we refer to Jeremy as Fresh Squeez, but it's really a brand that can encompass everything.
Yeah. Technically, if you break it down, I am technically the face of the Fresh Squeez brand because that's where it originated with a nickname of me being Fresh Squeez.
Yeah.
But then we kind of just turned it around, shifted it into this whole brand that we've created, for the two of us. So
yeah, really, it had humble beginnings.
Yeah.
If you want to start from the beginning, well, I can go ahead and start with that there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because really, that started both when we were in high school.
Yep.
Which was a few years ago. Because we always thought it was kind of funny. Oh, let's make funny rapper names for each other.
Yeah. We'd be like, hey, if you're a rapper, what would your rapper name be?
Yeah.
Everybody's had that conversation.
So you were Fresh Squeez.
Yep.
At one point, we came with me. I was Shekel.
Shekel with a $sign for the S.
With a dollar sign, because it's a bit of old biblical currency, which we just thought it sounded cool.
Yeah.
But,
and we asked our friends, hey, what would your rapper name be? And we probably had at least 3 or 4 of our friends also have these rapper names of ours that we'd all call each other.
Yeah. So, and it was just kind of a running joke between me and you at first, but then it was in 2018. 2018. January 1st.
3 years ago.
Just a little over 3 years ago, we dropped what we call our interpretive album.
Wow. What a time.
And what was its title?
Pulp Free.
It was completely pulpless.
Completely pulp-free.
And what was so special about it was what we called an interpretive music album, because it had no dialogue and it had no music.
Yeah.
So at first people are like, that sounds stupid.
Yeah, they're like, what? This is just an album with no meaning? Where's the content?
But, you know, that was the beauty in it. We wanted to create something that was simple to give to the people that we could all connect through a little bit of humor.
Yep.
And what was your takeaway from Pulp Free? What did you want to really give to the people from it?
See, I just really liked that, you know, we put out there and it was wherever you wanted it to be, you know? And I mean, even though, yes, there wasn't really any substance or actual music to the album, I mean, I still had a lot of fun. Like, you know, we made an album cover. We came up, obviously, with the Pulp Free album name. I mean, at least for me, the funnest part was probably just the song names.
Yes.
Like, on my phone, I have a whole notes page that is literally just called, like, Fresh Squeez song names. I mean, there are so many that we didn't use that are still so funny that, you know, we would just be in between conversations. Yeah. We'd either say something funny or something else would be like, yo, song name, put it on the list. Like, that's a song name. So, like, literally just the most randomest and funniest things we could think of. We would just be like, yo, that sounds fire. Let's put it on the album, you know?
For real. And we were always like, yeah, for the future mixtapes. But then we put together, how many? There were like, I think 6 to 8 tracks.
Yeah, somewhere around there, yeah.
And then we had the deluxe edition.
We had the deluxe edition. We had, it was probably like 2 or 3 more?
We had like 3 or 4 more.
Yeah.
It's all on our, it's on our IG and our website.
On our website, yeah.
So we that was just our fun little project we did a couple years ago.
It was like our 2018 like summer break project that we did.
Yeah.
In between school.
I mean, we quote unquote released it in January,
yes.
But then once summer break came along, we went on vacation and all. We were taking promo pics.
We were taking promo pics of them, right? We were like, yo, this pot looks good. Let's take a pic, you know?
Yeah. So some of those old pics are on our IG also.
Yeah, unfortunately, there were some pics that didn't make the cut. We should have used.
There's some we were just like, they just never came to be.
Yeah. There was honestly even a lot of song names that we didn't even use. Like, still on my phone, you know, we have all of those lists of song names. We even had a section. We were like, yo, for let's make the fall album. We were like the 2019 comeback
2019 comeback.
Oh man, we were set. We had it going.
I feel bad that we never had a true 2019 comeback.
I know. Like, I think it would have been great. We had a fire lineup, and we had some great stuff. Honestly,
we're out here, we're out here like Drake. We just got unreleased content everywhere.
Yeah, you know, Drake may have had the demo tapes, but, you know, we had a whole, like, album series of demo tapes, basically, all right?
And what's funny I mentioned that, because Drake's, I think it was 2018 album, Scorpion was very inspired by that.
Yeah. I remember when that came, we were on vacation, and we were in the car going to, we were going somewhere up in Michigan, and we were both like, yo, we both downloaded Scorpion, like, yo, let's listen, you know?
like this is the vibe we're going for.
Some could say that Fresh Squeez was inspired by Scorpion.
Yep.
But
started from the bottom over here.
Yo, true, actually.
So, yeah, well, that was our humble Fresh Squeez brand beginnings.
Yeah.
And now, fast forward.
Like 3 years?
3 years. We basically had no content for the past 2 years.
Yeah, not gonna lie, we went pretty dark on the social media there with the Fresh Squeez brand, honestly, for a while.
Yeah. I mean, the last thing we posted was a picture of Dr. Phil. So
I mean, it's a pretty good picture though.
So that was all fun and all.
Mm-hmm.
Some of our friends thought it was great, thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But To be honest, not everybody
was on board with the idea, which is understandable. I mean, it was a little confusing. I mean, it was more or less just a glorified inside joke that we had.
Yes.
That me and you thought were really funny. But I mean, to this day, it is still funny that we put out an interpretive mixtape.
We went pretty hard with the idea.
We went like literally 0 to 100 with this Fresh Squeez album. It was great.
We had the merch.
We had merch. Yeah, we had a whole website up with merch.
So that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
You wore yours out.
Mine is almost faded away. Mine basically looks like it's got Thanos snapped because it's like faded away.
It got dusted.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe in a little while we'll have some new merch drops.
Hey, yo, peep. What? Okay.
Not on the first episode.
Not on the first episode. We gotta wait a bit for that. But.
So, yeah. So that was a fun time.
Yeah.
But now, 2 years after last time we had content, 3 years since the launch of Pulp Free, we're ready to rebrand this image.
Ready to take Fresh Squeez, take the brand, and completely reform it in a new direction.
Yes. It is no longer interpretive, but real content.
Physical.
Well, not physical.
Okay, well, not physical content. I mean, technically it's physical.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking right now. This is physical content.
Yeah.
But
it's real content that the people can listen to and absorb.
Yes, that they can take in from the Fresh Squeez brand, as it was meant to be.
So, any of you people out there that were disappointed by the lack of literal content from Pulp Free, you better be listening to this podcast.
Because we're here now, and we've got what you wanted: content.
Real content. Non-interpretive, just pure.
Just pure.
Puree?
No pulp.
Pureed pulp?
Is this a pulp-free podcast?
Of course. So that's a little backstory on Fresh Squeez.
Yep.
And so we talked about a little bit about the topics we can expect. What else can we expect from the show? What else did we have on the schedule here?
Well, in the future, with future episodes, I mean, me and Justin are big movie people. You know, we watch a lot of movies. Yep. So we plan to have at least an episode of me and you going deep into our movie opinions, criticisms, and what we look forward to in movies coming in the future.
Yeah. Definitely hear constant talk about certain franchises, Star Wars, Marvel, MCU.
I think at some point we'll have to talk about the Star Wars museum that you have.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean,
that'll have to come out eventually.
We're definitely gonna have some interesting episodes in the future revolving around our pop culture interests.
Yep. We do in the future. We would like to have some guests.
Yes.
So we've got some. I'll just say very opinionated friends.
We got some opinionated
that share our interests that we want to have on
various topics. Yes. Whether it's movies, TV,
music.
It's music.
Yeah.
General internet debates.
Yeah.
Urban legends.
I've got some of those that I can talk about.
The people who are into that, you know who you are.
Oh, you know who you are, yeah.
So yeah, this is something we're really looking forward to.
Yeah.
We plan on doing it on about a 2 week, every other week, I should say.
Yeah.
Which amounts to about twice a month.
Yeah, at least at the start here, where we kind of get our bearings, figure this whole thing out, make sure everything's running smoothly for us, and since this is the start for us.
This is the beginning of something new, so.
But I think, later down on the line, maybe if we start to get the ball rolling more, maybe we could maybe shift the schedule up a little bit.
Yeah, if we really get into it, we get a following,
mm-hmm.
we get some feedback from the listeners.
Yeah, for sure.
We could, later in the year, start doing it weekly, but we'll start out slow and still continuously give fresh and fire content.
Well, I think one thing we definitely need to touch on is I think we should explain to listeners about who we are, just in case they aren't familiar with us. So
yeah.
You can go ahead first, Justin.
Okay. So, yeah, anyone who isn't a family member, a close friend, or you just met us once and you barely know who we are, I, Justin, am we're two brothers. I'm the oldest one.
Yep.
Jeremy's 3 years younger.
Yep.
So, yeah, like we said, we both really love debating about the things that we have a deep interest in. We want to share it with people. So I'm the resident Star Wars fan. We both enjoy that, but
yep.
I'm just
Justin's definitely like the king.
Yeah, and so I'm considered usually the artistic mind.
Yep, for sure. This man's an absolute goat on Photoshop.
Hey, I plug the
check his IG. What is it, Justin?
At JW Graphics.
Yo, hit him up.
Hit me up. See my my humble fan art. But yeah, that's a little about me. And then there's Jeremy on the other side of the spectrum of the bro spectrum.
Yeah. Well, then there's me. Like just said, I'm 3 years younger than him. Well, unlike Justin, I'm not creative at all. But like I said, I'm into Star Wars like Justin is. We're really into like the Marvel movies. I myself am big time into games. I'll play just about a lot of things.
PC. Yeah.
PC. I mean, I did start out with a lot of like we have a PS4 and we played a lot of games, but then I got a PC, so I've been playing a lot more of that. So I do that. I watch a lot of anime. Gotta say it. It's what I do.
He's on the grind.
Especially during quarantine. What else am I gonna do every day? Play the game, watch anime. I mean, that's what you gotta do. So, but other than that, so yeah, that's about me.
And so yeah, that's about us basically.
We will say, if you want to check us out we have our Instagram, which is Fresh Squeez Official.
Fresh Squeez Official on Instagram.
And then same with, our Twitter is Fresh Squeez Pod.
Yep.
And then TikTok is
also Fresh Squeez Pod.
Fresh Squeez. And then YouTube
is just
Fresh Squeez, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We don't have anything out yet, so it'll probably be low on the results, but
yeah,
we'll be uploading our bi-weekly podcasts on there, and also we're going to be distributing them out to all the major podcast outlets as well.
Yeah, eventually. We'll be on YouTube, Spotify,
Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. I believe.
You can expect to see us there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we definitely look forward to getting the content out there, and
we've got a lot of good ideas to come. So
yeah,
in the works. So.
This year, just the intro.
This year's the intro year.
I'm going to tell people what we're about, who we are.
Mm-hmm.
This is nothing like what's coming.
Oh, yeah. This episode right here is proof that, like, we're already doing something bigger and better than what the original idea of Fresh Squeez was.
Yeah.
Like we said, we're taking it and we're just expanding on it in a whole new idea.
Right. So. We said there'll be this kind of the Fresh Squeez rebrand and rebirth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We really want to give the content that this brand deserves, and we want to have fun doing it.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. So
yeah, we really look forward to delivering this podcast, discussing ourselves and discussing with others in the future.
Yeah. Now, granted, we will have to see about, like we said, we mentioned guests. Considering this whole worldwide pandemic situation going on, we'll have to see about the guest situation, because obviously if we have a guest, we'll probably have to do it virtually online. But we would love to have physical guests here, but unfortunately due to health and safety restrictions, we're not able to do that. So
to be honest, it might be
easier.
We throw on a video call and we might be able to get some recorded guests on soon. So stay tuned for some announcements about who we're going to have on, stuff we're going to be talking about. And so, yeah, you, the listeners, are definitely what always drives content. Hit us up on Twitter or anything if you have episode ideas. When we start voicing our opinions, you can tactfully and non-toxically express your opinions about it.
Keep it civil.
Yeah. So, fan interaction is great when it's all fun and games.
And like Justin said, any ideas of things to talk about, just things to make episodes about in general. So the easiest way to probably find all our social media would probably be on Instagram. So
yeah, that's kind of the flagship.
Instagram will probably be like our main hub for the rest of them
for posting content, and then updates on Twitter as well.
Yeah. So
And so, yeah, we got some great content lined up soon, and we look forward to getting it out there. So, anything else you want to bring up, bro, before we wrap up?
No, just like we said, thank you for tuning into our first pilot episode. I mean, a little bit shorter episode, just this first one, just so we know we just want to get it out there, kind of get the ball rolling a little bit, just tell you a little bit about the show before we really get into like the meat of the, all the discussions and stuff like that.
Yep.
But other than that, just want to say thank you, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.
All right, we'll catch you next time.